Hello hockey fans and welcome to another video. This time, ding! We're going to talk about the Coyotes once again, and that's one thing I'm tired of talking about, of listening about. I just want this thing to come to an end. I want the Coyotes to be out of there so we won't have to worry about them anymore. Anyways, a good move by the city. I believe it was a decision made by the city to cancel the arena deal. So we're talking about, I believe it's this year, 15 million a year to the Arizona Coyotes from the city. Why does the city have to pay a business like the Coyotes 15 million a year? Why do they have to do that in the first place? I don't understand. They're not building or anything. They have had that arena for a while, and anyways, it's about management. There's something wrong, and we know that the Coyotes are not doing well financially. They have changed owners many times over the last few years. They also were threats that the Coyotes would be moved, but anytime Gary Bettman would step up and say no, the Coyotes will stay in Arizona, they will stay in Glendale. That's weird because, first of all, no one is interested in the Coyotes. During the meeting, of course, LeBlanc showed up and say it's an important deal, and there were a few people wearing Coyotes jersey who said, oh, it's important for the team to stay there. I'd like to ask the question, do you guys really know about the Coyotes, or you're just making this up? Because anytime I see a picture or I watch videos of a game happening in Glendale, the seats are empty. And I'd like to know if those people showing up in that meeting with those jerseys, are they really hockey fans? Or do they just pretend? Are they just there because LeBlanc and his team told them to go there? Anyways, in the end, 5 against 2. That was the final vote. 5 in favor to cancel the arena deal. 2 against canceling the arena deal. So for the city, I believe it's a good deal. But I was watching Anthony LeBlanc talking, and it sounded like he was trying to make threats, like it's a really bad deal, we're gonna sue you, and you shouldn't do that. It's not fair for businesses and blah 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 blah. Anyways, I think LeBlanc should just take this opportunity to study the chance of moving his team to a better place. And as for Gary Bettman, I found that on this website, the French version of TSN, this IDS. Oh, sorry, it's not this one, it's this one here. And one of the comments mentioned that Las Vegas has an arena. It's a new amphitheater being built, and if I were Bettman, knowing about Las Vegas and even Quebec City, perhaps even Seattle, why don't we jump on this opportunity to get the Coyotes out of Glendale, move them to Las Vegas or Seattle or even Quebec? You've got 3 great places for this team. This team will do much better financially. There won't be any problems. As far as the fan base goes, it will be great. As far as rivalries, it will be great. Las Vegas maybe not so much, but definitely Seattle and Quebec. These would be 2 great places. And if Bettman is really that stubborn, why not moving them to Las Vegas and give Las Vegas a chance? But they won't do it, and even Bettman says he is disappointed with the city of Glendale. That's not the way to make business, and they have to support the team and blah 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 blah. I really don't like that kind of comments coming from Bettman. And as I mentioned to another video before, you didn't waste any time to move Atlanta to Winnipeg. Sorry, the Thrashers moved from Atlanta to Winnipeg. They didn't waste any time. And for Glendale, they spent a lot of money. They did a lot just to keep that team in Glendale, and I don't understand why. And one day the other NHL owners will get tired of that, and I'm sure they will put pressure on Bettman to get that team out of there. It just doesn't make any sense anymore. and it's really painful to watch. Year after year we talk about the Coyotes. uh, and here, this is from Dave Hodge on TSN. Thumbs down to Gary Bettman during the interview. Gary Bettman, we're asking him about an expansion or anything, and he said, keep in mind we have 14 teams in the Western Conference and 16 in the Eastern Conference. Meaning, he wants to add teams in Seattle and Las Vegas, and he doesn't want to see the Coyotes moving to the Eastern Conference to Quebec City. So that is really the worst scenario I can think of, and it's really disappointing. And we even talk about Quebec City, and Gary Bettman said if there is any talk about an expansion, then maybe we'll think about it. Otherwise, there's nothing to talk about. It's really disappointing because Quebec, the arena is being built for a hockey team. Of course, there are going to be other use, but the main reason is because Quebec wants to have a hockey team. Seattle, they want to have a basketball team, but I'm sure there are still people in there interested in bringing a hockey team, and they would have a good rivalry with Vancouver. Las Vegas, not so sure about that. But come on, Gary, you can do a better job than that. Why are you being so stubborn? There's no point, there's no purpose to be so stubborn. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Give me your comments, and perhaps give me some predictions for what is going to happen next. I'll see you guys later.